And a very good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Perth for the first match in the Chapel Hadley Series, the Commonwealth Bank Series, Part 2, if you like. South Africa have gone, but the Kiwis are here and ready to go in Perth. Ricky Ponting has won the toss. The Australians will bat first. Conditions are excellent, though it is extremely hot out there, around 35, 36 degrees. There's the Australian side, just one change in it from the one beaten by South Africa a couple of days ago here. Sean Tate is back and Ben Hilfenhaus misses out. All eyes on Sean Marsh and particularly David Warner at the top of the order there. A lot of strength in the middle order. It's good to see Michael Clarke fit and playing again, though he didn't do anything of interest the other evening. He'll be very determined to make an impact on this game and get Australia moving again, get them playing to their potential. There's the New Zealand side. One or two problems with injuries. Some new faces to keep an eye on. Martin Guptill and Neil Broom. We're underway here. The first ball has been bowled, and right in behind it is Sean Marsh. Kyle Mills, a familiar figure, bowled that ball. Tim Southey, Jeetan Patel, Ian O'Brien and Daniel Vettori make up the New Zealand bowlers on this occasion, though Jacob Oram is missing and Scott Styris is missing, and so too Jesse Ryder. So it's not a beleaguered New Zealand side, but it's not the very best side that they can put on the park. Just an iota of swing there, and alongside me in the commentary box are Ian Chappell and Adam Gilchrist.
Good afternoon, Mark, and all the viewers out there. Fantastic day here. Sean Marsh out there already, surviving a couple of deliveries, but the crowd is flowing in. We've been told again it's a sold-out day, and Perth public will be looking for a more positive result, no doubt, from Friday, but shaping up for a beauty.
Oh, there's a good delivery. What a good delivery.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mark, and hello to all of our viewers. Yeah, both teams missing quite a few players through injury. It's just that New Zealand really haven't got the depth to be able to afford to, particularly guys like Jacob Oram, have fellas like Oram missing. Have a fairly small player pool to choose from. They just can't afford to have guys, I guess, Styris as well. Scott Styris, very experienced player, missing. They just can't afford to have those guys missing.
It's a good start by Kyle Mills. A nice, steady line. One of the things Vettori said he was unhappy about after the game against the Prime Minister's 11 the other day was the lines and the bowlers bowled. He was really, I think, more than just disappointed, pretty angry with the effort to defend a decent score batting first. McCullum made 100 in that game. That's a lovely way to start your day. Perfect cover drive from Sean Marsh. It's none for 4. Has it done enough? Where is it pitched? It's a good ask. We saw Tim Southey swing the ball at the Gabba right at the start of the summer, and there's a hint of it there for him too.
I guess the one thing in Perth that you've got to be wary of as an umpire is the bounce when you're looking at LBWs. So many times in Perth the ball is bouncing over the top, but from the thud of that one it didn't sound as though it hit high on the pad.
Lovely, very nice. It's a super start this from Sean Marsh, playing well within himself, making sure his timing is in order.
Well, he's been in terrific form all the way through. He was in excellent form against South Africa. He'd be just annoyed with himself that he hasn't really made the most of this brilliant form. But 100 can quickly turn that around. He certainly looks in real control of his game.
Oh, great catch. Really sharp. You had to be as tall as Peter Fulton is to pull it off too. A bright start by Sean Marsh comes to an end.
You're right, another bright start. The look of frustration there on his face as he walks off. He's just done everything right so far in this innings. A full delivery, just didn't control it. Chipped underneath it and beautifully taken by the very tall Peter Fulton. He was frustrated. He hit it beautifully on Friday night. taken nicely by Amler, but again here, a good start for Sean Marsh. 15, but it's nipped in the bud, 1 for 20.
The first game in the second Commonwealth Bank Series of the summer, and New Zealand have made a very good start to it. There was an enthusiastic cheer for Ricky Ponting as he was announced on his way to the middle. Once again, there's great responsibility on his shoulders. New Zealand have got rid of Sean Marsh, conceded just 20 runs in 6.5 overs. They look very eager, the New Zealand side. Just a slightly different playing uniform from the one we've seen them here previously in. And they look athletic and keen. The bowling's been nice and tidy. There have been subtle changes of pace from Kyle Mills. What he's done is he's varied how he's held the ball. He's sometimes been seam up, sometimes across the seam. He's bowled the odd cutter. He has Marsh's wicket. Now the big prize, Ricky Ponting on strike. Good sharp catch this.
Very good reflexes from the tall man. Caught it easily. Sean Marsh will be disappointed with himself. I mean, probably more than disappointed. He'll be annoyed with himself. When you can see the bloke right there in front of you and you know the captain's put him there for a reason and you hole out to him pretty well straight away.
The run rate is hovering around about 2.5 runs and over on what looks like a good pitch to me. Fast outfield. All the conditions are right. In the air, and he's out. He's hit that one straight to short extra cover as well. So Warner, having used up 17 deliveries, is out to another soft dismissal.
Very good bowling and very good field placing. There's been a bit of thought going into this from Daniel Vittori and the bowlers, and it's 2 for 23.
I think David Warner was loading up to go mid-wicket. He bails out of it and bunts it straight to Peter Fulton. As you say, good field placing, but gee, you can stay clear of a short cover as a batsman. 2 for 23.
Michael Clarke is the new batsman, and on Friday Michael Clarke got 0 from 4 balls, so he'll want to rectify that situation. And indeed the overall position the Australians find themselves in here. The run rate is way below their normal run rate, and they've already lost 2 wickets for 23. Kiwis are bowling a good length, a good line, and they've got a good field set. Mills has 1 ball to go in this over. He's got figures of 2 for 12. Rock solid forward defensive. 2 for 23. So 2 for 26, and 10 overs have now been bowled, so New Zealand taking the bowling power play. Pretty well standard stuff. Most of the sides take it straight away.
And it might encourage, I'd imagine, Dan Vittori is looking to encourage Ponting and Clarke to try to play some lofted shots or get it outside the inner ring at a time where they haven't really established themselves.
We're just mentioning Paul Collingwood, the England player. There was a media conference the other day, and they were asking what the England players were going to do. They're going to play test matches in West Indies, which they're about to do. There's another tour coming up. There's a big season at home, and then there's the IPL. And they asked Collingwood, they posed the question, all right, what do you think of all this? And he said, I think it's the last time you should ever hear a cricketer complain of his workload.
It's good comment, very good comment.
Well, it's a concentrated period, that is for sure, for workload. Australia 4 tests in India, straight out here for 5 tests. So they played 9 tests in about 12 weeks. It's been a tough schedule that they have had. It's just the concentration of cricket. If you look back over a year, rarely do they overplay, but it's the concentration of times in the year where it can be an issue that everyone needs to be careful of.
Yes, there were some quite interesting comments too from Mickey Arthur One played away on the onside. Mickey Arthur, of course, arrived back in. Oh, it's close. That might be out. That may well be out. Well, what a good throw. It looked to me as if Ponting wanted the run. He called for it. And I think he might be out by a few inches. Oh, he's gone by a foot. He is gone by a foot. Yes, he's got the bad news. He's got the bad news. Ricky Ponting is not happy with himself. You don't often see him too animated in situations like this, but he's very, very angry with himself, with some justification.
Well, the ball's going downwind. Maybe it got to the fielder quicker than Ponting imagined it could. Great pickup, great throw, gone. Everything had to be perfect for the Kiwis, and it was. The decision of Ponting not perfect. 3 for 27.
Well, David Hussey has now been sent to the crease. Boy, this is not good news. Ponting will be absolutely furious with himself.
A couple of things about that run out. I've got a feeling that Ricky Ponting will never have laid eyes on Neil Broome, the fielder, before today. And the other thing was, look what Broome does. He's got such confidence, he comes in and doesn't go for the two-handed pickup. A one-handed pickup and a rocket-like throw. That's a hell of a piece of fielding.
That will help. Lovely shot from Dave Hussey. And that is only the third boundary of the day so far. That's a surprise. Oh, that's a lovely shot from Clark. His best shot today. Well, that one wasn't quite the right length. Didn't get up high enough, and Clark put it away. That's the last thing you need too, Chappelli, isn't it? When you have got a nice bat that feels good, to see the face of the bat starting to crack, because it always starts to worry you. But time is nigh for it to be replaced, and if you really are playing well, and I think Clark's batted really well in the test matches so far this year. He's only played one day up. I think he's in good form, so he won't want to change his bat, I don't reckon.
There'll be a few band-aids on it to hold it together as long as he can.
It's through as well. Runs just beginning to flow. Clark's coming back for two. Risky. Oh, that's close again. That was a risky second again. Clark's quick, but the throw skipped in low as a bounce throw, and this is touch and go.
Oh, and gone again. It did look as though it didn't bounce really quickly off the grass, but it was quick enough. So 2 runouts. The Australians will. That dressing room wouldn't be a good place to be at the moment. I'd be heading out to the nets if I was sitting in the dressing room right now. There might be a few things flying around.
Yeah, well, Ricky's not happy when he gets 60, but he's not happy when there's 2 runouts. There it is, confirmed. 2 runouts. I guess from poor judgment, just not realising how short a distance the fielder has had to throw. Great fielding from the Kiwis, and so should their supporters celebrate. Michael Clark just starting to look good, starting to look comfortable. Played it out into the deep. Beautiful pickup, and just not that far to throw. A perfectly positioned throw, and off come the bails. You will be disappointed. Australia 4 for 51.
Mike Hussey's made his way out to the middle to bat again with his brother, as he did the other night. Australia in trouble. 2 men caught at short cover, and then 2 runouts. Captain and vice-captain, both taking on the young men, or the new men in the New Zealand side. It was Ricky Ponting taking on Neil Broome, then Michael Clark taking on Martin Guptill, and they both lost the battle. Now Australia need to regroup. 32 overs to go. Oh, he's got 2 new batsmen in. He brings his other spinner into the attack, Jeetan Patel. Last over of Ian O'Brien went for 6 before the run out. And you felt just prior to the run out that the 2 batsmen were starting to look set, starting to look much better. So even though he's got the run out in the over, he's gone for his second spinner. Oh, there's a noise there. Yeah, he's got him. It's down the leg side. It's not a great delivery, but it's an excellent catch from Brendan McCullum. Beautiful movement. Hussey doesn't look happy, Dave Hussey, that is. There was certainly a noise.
I don't know if that's disappointment, frustration, disappointment at what he thinks is the wrong decision, or just cannot believe his luck. But that is just, see it here, that sums up the summer for the Aussies. Very hard to tell there. Maybe a bit of a deflection, but the Kiwis were confident. They were certain, up as one. It's 5 for 54.
Well, a disastrous start for the Australians. They are 5 for 54 in the 20th over. Brad Haddin is now out in the middle. I suppose the good news from an Australian point of view is that the two men at the middle at the moment made 78 and 63. Haddin made 63 the other day. Hussey made 78 in the previous match here against South Africa. So Australia do have two informed players at the crease.
Catch it!
That's in the air. It's going a long way. He loves that area. Beautifully played by Brad Haddin. That's the area he peppers so consistently. A straight 6.
He hits these without any effort at all. I mean, never mind any hurt when Brad Haddin's in this form. It's quite like how he played in the Test match here when he got a fabulous 96. No problem with that stroke.
There's an Aussie in the crowd. They're really upset with himself as well for dropping it. Beautiful.
So he should be. Made all the ground to it, as Haddin did there in hitting it.
Yes, you don't often get a chance, as that one's thrown at the stumps again in an attempt at a run out. Very good backing up again. This is a very enthusiastic fielding side.
Well, already on the card are the runouts that have been inflicted on the Australians by Broome and Guptill youngsters. That might have been gone too. There's no doubt that the energy of young players sensing an opportunity against Australia is quite something to watch. Completely different dynamic to these games.
That's beautifully played. Short delivery, played away into the wind. It'll be cut off right down on the boundary, and they'll get 3. Elliott, the fieldsman.
Just look at that appeal against David Hussey. I thought the bowler was slow to go up. Right, now there's McCullum going up now. And after McCullum, so too the bowler.
Yeah, I suppose the only thing that I was questioning there is that David Hussey behaving the way he did, if he did actually hit the ball, seems a bit strange to me. Absolutely nothing registering there on Snicko.
5 for 90. Tony Gregg just pointed out that Dave Warner today batted 18 balls for 7 singles. When you think back to that 2020, the Melbourne Cricket Ground, when he blazed it all around the park, caught the nation's attention. Australia won the game comfortably. There was not even an idea that Australia might be beaten 4-1 in the 50-over games by the South Africans after the 2 2020 games. Warner would have thought the world was before him in an exciting way. Now there are team meetings galore about defeats and how to re-galvanise things, and should you play this way or that way? Do you play your own game? Do you occupy the crease? When do we take batting power plays? We're 5 down for 90 at a rate of 3 and over. Amazing the speed at which the whole thing's turned around.
Yes, and some very interesting comments from Mickey Arthur from South Africa. They arrived back. Oh, that's beaten the field. Well, that's one of the first little mishaps in the field. O'Brien just diving over the top of that one. They've been stopping those, the New Zealanders. They've really set a high standard here, but I'm afraid that one got through. 5th 4 of the innings.
Well, it's unusual to see a captain not have a square cover on the fence, a point back on the fence. Singles have been saved in that area. At the moment, Vittori is in credit with the area around point.
Aussies have got to keep going, and then, of course, as soon as they finish here, they've got to get on the plane, and we'll be waiting for them.
And it should be a great series over there in South Africa with both types of players in South Africa. Very good. Two new names there on that scorecard, Broom and Guptill. Australian players wouldn't have known much about them before today, but they'll remember them.
That's well played. Into the gap, nicely steered through that gap, in fact. And once again, they settled for two. No taking the risk on the third there. And what's more, that shot brings up the 100 for Australia. This partnership now worth 47.
It's a single. Well stopped, but that's the 50 partnership of 79 balls.
I reckon the Aussies might just wait another 4, 5, maybe even 8 overs before they take that power play. The last thing they would want is, in an attempt to try and lift the run rate by bringing all the field up, chip one to a fielder somewhere and see one of these two now dismissed. That leaves the tail, even though James Hopes is the next man in and he's a reasonable player, but it would leave them 18 or 17.4 overs to bat. That's a lot of overs to go yet, so I've got the feeling Australia might just wait a little bit longer before they take that batting power play.
That one's through the gap. There's only one man that he had to beat, did it easy. Great timing with the new ball.
It was a slower ball from Kyle Mills, just 109 kilometres, but Hussey fully aware of that change in pace and played through the line beautifully. Just rolled the fingers. A more confident stroke from Mike Hussey, and he will be more confident in general. His first boundary after so many singles moves on to 30.
He's a long way out of his crease when he played that. Haddon advances and Mills captures. It's a biggie.
Well, not for the first time this summer. Every time Australia look like they're getting a partnership going and things are happening, a wicket falls. Haddon, after putting on 61 with Mike Hussey, falls the end of the 35th over. Mills has got 3 wickets. Australia now 6 for 115. Yeah, James Hopes is the new man. Mitchell Johnson to come after him. Mitchell Johnson can still hit him all right. Talking about that batting power play and when Australia will take it. Well, that wicket's the last thing Australia needed from a number of different points of view. I mentioned they were going well, these two. Haddon and Hussey, they put on 61. Now Haddon's out. They've still got this batting power play to take at some stage, but they're running out of resources.
Oh, this Dave.
Haddon bowled for 31. It didn't look confident, Gilly, at all.
No, not at all. It looked like probably he'll be thinking poor decision making. Hussey had just found the boundary finally in that over. He advanced down. Should be 2 there. Yes, Hope's coming back. Advancing down, I guess looking to be positive, but as is so much the way with the Aussies at the moment, perhaps not 100% certain about what to do. Went down and half-heartedly pulled out of the shot.
And that's a good, handy outside edge. A moral victory to the bowler, but Australia will take 4.
Very good summary, Heels. That's a handy outside edge. James Hopes and the Aussies will take anything at the moment. He was done in the flight. It was a bit quicker. Skidded on. There's the edge. During a test match, probably out. Called it slip. In a one-day up, perfect. Boundary.
Straightens it up a little too much this time. Hopes is hustling for 2. Oh, he's dropped his bat. It is going terribly.
A bit of handy shielding of the delivery over the ball there from the fielder in the infield. I think it's Neil Broom. as he was chasing after that from inside the circle. We may see it here. Now, we're going to see James Hopes trying to turn, and then that's the end of the thought of the second run. But just here we see Broome sliding, protecting the ball from the view of the batsman, so creating some confusion.
I tell you, it could have been worse, Heels. Imagine if he'd taken off for the second run after dropping his bat. That costs you, what, 1.5 metres at least. When you're sliding and you're trying to beat a throw, after Hopes drops the bat, he takes a step, and if he goes, he's gone for sure. So fortunately, the call of no followed the dropping of the bat.
Brilliant bowling again by Patel, you're right. The 2 was on, he was hustling, and he was in a position to take 2, and Hussey would have known that too. Hussey would have sensed that. He could have gone. And it needs a quick call by Hopes to Hussey to make sure he doesn't go either. 60 deliveries bowled, 22 runs scored by Australia, who were struggling. 6 for 127. I wonder what a good total might be in their minds, or in the minds of the Kiwis, but I'd say they're a little short of where they'd love to be. Hussey goes long, down breeze for 6. He's been sweating on something like that, either half volley or dropped short, so he can rock back and play into his favourite mid-wicket area, and Patel finally delivers it for him. He's good enough to pounce. He's 42 not out, and the key for Australia. Oh, that is another brilliant take by Brendan McCullum. I've got to change the commentary box. Richie Bena's in here with Ian Chappell and Mark Nicholas.
Don't want to go, do you? You're kind of into it.
Yes, we'll have a look at this. Why wouldn't you be? He stays low, the gloves are low, they're soft, and he's ready to pounce himself. He hasn't missed anything so far today. Great stuff. He's got a big job too, with so much spin to keep, even in one days.
Well, not even in the frame.
Well, that wasn't very clever. This might preface the power play. That's the fielding. Batsman miles out.
Oh, it's going to really have hurt James Hopes. Full on the glove, I reckon. Or the wrist or somewhere around there. Grant Elliott was at mid-on.
But which hand? The wrong one. Or you could say the right one.
Last 10 overs have yielded 47 for the loss of the 1 wicket Brad Haddin, bowled out by Kyle Mills at a much better rate. It's the one time when you felt Australia had something going, and that's mainly through the form of Michael Hussey, who now can benefit from a field change because the batting power play has been called. We will have 5 overs. Overs 43 through 47, during which time only 3 fielders can be outside the 30-metre ring.
Well, I think the Australians have given the New Zealanders a bit of a clue where they should put certainly one man out in the deep, because I'm sure they've taken the power play starting at this end, so they'll have 3 overs hitting downwind, or with Hussey on strike, he's hitting downwind to the onside, which is where he likes to go. His favoured spot is down there towards the gap where all the equipment is, the curator's equipment there. That's his favoured spot, and in fact Jeetan Patel is just being moved a little closer to that spot right now.
Still only 3 fielders on the leg side. Hussey is out. My goodness me, that's as bad a start to the power play as you could conceivably have. The man in, chipping it, such a comfortable catch to mid-off. Hussey will be furious.
Well, the fieldsman also back on the circle. Hussey is absolutely furious with himself. That was neither one thing nor the other shot, that.
In the meantime, Mitchell Johnson makes his way to the middle with a heck of a job to do, because there's still 7 overs to bat out of the 50.
Well, this New Zealand side have had a habit in the last few years in different forms of the game as well. I'm thinking of a couple of test matches against England, certainly some one-day games. They have had a habit of snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, and Australia are going to want to hope that they're in that same sort of mood again, because at the moment New Zealand have got a wonderful opportunity to go one up in this series.
Oh, now that has to be another wicket. It is another wicket. Extraordinary stroke. A nothing stroke from James Hopes. Chaos in the Australian ranks, and a cock-a-hoop team of Kiwis out there who are playing darn well.
Well, Ricky Ponting sitting back there thinking, gee, I'm glad I took this batting power play. Made an absolute nonsense of it, and 2 dolly catches in the infield, and the 2 batsmen who were set are now back in the pavilion and probably having to face their captain.
Well, it's Hope's right hand, the injured hand that came off the bat there. Just wondering about how he's going to be when he has to bowl. Right hand comes off. Perhaps he wasn't able to grip the bat firmly enough. Might be more trouble for Australia. It's 8 for 153 now.
Nathan Bracken will come to the crease to join Mitchell Johnson. Johnson's faced just the 1 ball. Really is a chaotic innings at this stage. Key men gone carelessly in the early stages of the innings. And now there's a big shout. That must be, isn't that LBW? It's not LBW. Well, has he hit it? What? Brown seemed to stifle the appeal.
Well, Nathan Bracken, I think he was pretty nervous about it. The height would be the thing, as it often is here in Perth, but he was pretty nervous about it. He was trying to do as much as he could to get away from those stumps.
That's really close. Steve Buckner doesn't even wait. Normally he gives you a nod, but that was that plum. He just put his finger straight up and said, away you go.
Yes, it looked out from the moment it hit him on the pad. You're dead right. He gave it out really fast. Boy, are the Kiwis having a good time. Taking advantage here of this lapse in form by the Australians.
Zeroing in. Saw Ian O'Brien last over do it. Now Tim Southey straight into the front pad of Nathan Bracken. There's no let up, no respite. You're in with the bat in your hand, you're under pressure. Bracken looking to go leg side, just misses it. And Steve Buckner, that, as you say, Mark Taylor, is the quickest Buckner decision I've ever seen.
Yeah, hits him in line with about middle. Hawkeye says, well, going on to maybe miss leg. Certainly looked a lot worse than that. There's a bit of angle there. Was a bit of swing, maybe a bit of reverse swing. But Steve Buckner wasted no time in giving Bracken out. Australia 9 for 154. All sorts of trouble. They've now lost 3 for 2 in this batting power play.
Yes, they don't look happy chappies, do they? There's no doubt about that. Ricky Ponting run out earlier today, as was his vice-captain Michael Clark. Sean Tate is the new batsman. He's going to have to do his stuff with the ball. You can't blame the bowlers for this. The batsmen have let the team down here right from the word go.
Yeah, but no time for that sort of thinking, Greggy. They've got to hang around here. Tatey's got to hang around and see if Mitchell Johnson can get some big balls away. But no one's been able to play big shots. It's been extremely impressive by the Kiwis. Mike Hussey, the highest scorer at 49.
That's where he goes. Unorthodox, very effective.
He's very strong. He certainly did get stuck into that. Lovely shot.
Good ball too. Ian O'Brien hasn't been hit down the ground when he's delivered this. Slower ball, short of a length. That shouldn't come back at me. Mitchell Johnson just clears that front leg and flat bats it.
I think the other thing about it is he doesn't try and whack it way over the top. He plays it down along the ground. And that was the surprising thing to me with the wicket of Mike Hussey and then James Hopes. It was as if Australia took the batting power play and there was some law thrown into the batting power play that you have to hit the ball in the air. Tate goes down the ground, does it well, and picks up the boundary.
Oh, the crowd love this sort of stuff, don't they? When the number 11 decides to take him on over the top. Mind you, his partner's having a little talk to him.
It's gutsy, because it could have looked ugly if it didn't come off, but that's the way to think. See the ball, hit the ball.
Oh, good shot. Really good shot. With power. Once again, nice and straight from Mitchell Johnson.
Yeah, you picked that early on. That was the place to go, and he's obviously decided that if he gets anything up there, he's going to smash it down the ground. Beautiful shot, this. Very strong he is. Have a look at the way he plays. He forces it down the ground.
That's right. New Zealand were hoping he'd play to the covers, but he comes up with an answer that's a lot better.
That'll do, Sean Tate. That'll do. Attempted hook, top edge, 4. 9 from the over. Good one from Australia.
Oh, this is exactly what you need. This is frustrating now for New Zealand. The last 2 in, Johnson with Tate, and Tate, of course, the vulnerable one. Have a look at this.
Well, Ian O'Brien got bored. His bowling wasn't that patient in that particular over. Mitchell Johnson came up with a drive down the ground when he overpitched, and now he's underpitched too short to Sean Tate when there's probably no need for it. Australia get lucky. One of the rare wins for the Australians in this innings, the last couple of overs.
Oh, lovely shot with power. Look at the control in this shot. Mills gets it nice and full, probably too full. Johnson just punches it straight back from where it came.
Oh boy, the Western Australians are taking ownership of Mitchell Johnson here in a hurry, aren't they? Beautifully struck that was. He's so strong. Look at this full pitch it was. Always going to be 4. 3 balls to go in the over.
Got him right through him. That will end Australia's innings. Nice little cameo for Mitchell Johnson. He's out for 20. But Australia finished well with still 8 balls remaining. So Australia have been bundled out for 181 after winning the toss. Daniel Vettori will be delighted.
And the Australians have been bowled out for 181. Ricky Ponting won the toss. He chose to bat first. They're just not doing it well at the moment. It's one of those funny things. You can't quite put your finger on it, but the fact is things are difficult for the Australians. Now, they were very, very eager to get out to the middle. I was standing out there with you and with Ian Healy, and we were crowded by the players. We've never seen the team out so quick. Ricky kind of had this buzz thing going, didn't he?
He got him in the huddle, which is very unlike Ricky Ponting. There it is. Michael Clark saying a few words. Maybe someone, as I say, looking to inspire the team. What New Zealand have to remember, and what we all need to remember, it was only about 14, 15 months ago, Sean Tate frightened the life out of the Kiwis on this very wicket in a 2020 game.
And Ricky's response to what happened then is to react now by bringing Tate on immediately with his new ball and putting 3 slips in place. So Ponting and Australia are on the attack in the defence of 181. We can go up to the commentary box and say hello to Richie Benno, Tony Greig and Mark Taylor.
Thank you, Mark Nicholas and Adam Gilchrist. There's Sean Tate's figures, 22 matches, 36 wickets. So, averaging just a tick under 2 wickets per game. Well, I reckon Australia needed 3 or 4 from him tonight. Kyle Mills earlier today took 4 wickets for New Zealand. Got the 2 openers early, and that's what set Australia onto the back foot. There's the danger man from Australia's point of view. McCullum is in good form. He made 100 in the Prime Minister's 11 match only a few days ago. So he's in good touch. Australia need him gone early. So Tate to open the bottom. 3 slips in place. Edge, oh, short. Short of Michael Clark at backward point. Almost the ideal start.
It's been interesting to see where Clark came from there. He looked just a little bit deep. Normally gets in quite close. He started right on the line. He was in the air for a while. It just didn't quite carry.
Well, he's not really in a catching position. He's back on the line, on the circle line, and he's really at a slightly backward point.
Oh, it's close. Very close. Out. What a start for Tate. McCullum's not happy. But look at the Australians. They race into Tate. Just what they needed. The danger man, McCullum. LBW second ball.
Well, he may have hit this. Let's see if we can pick up a bit of an edge here. He was in front all right, but did it hit the bat first? Yes, it did. It was a huge edge. No wonder McCullum's not happy. Well, this might be the little bit of change in luck that the Australians needed. A huge nick.
That was a huge nick. That wasn't just any ordinary old run-of-the-mill nick.
Because you reckon the Aussies aren't pumped up. They were coming from everywhere there. Mid-on and mid-off were on the run as they were appealing. So Peter Fulton is the new man. Doing the right thing, just taking his time at the moment. He's trying to settle down probably the crowd, the Australians, everyone. It's the ideal start.
Well, he better get ready to get that bat down in a hurry, because if he bowls another one of those really straight, well-pitched up fast deliveries, which he's likely to do, it tends to be his stock delivery, he could be out LBW as well.
Good pace, really good pace, 151. I just wonder with someone like Peter Fulton, such a tall man, maybe a back pad might be a bad idea first up as well. Give him the impression that you're going to bowl a short one. Good shot, really good shot. It's the first runs from the bat. It's a boundary to Guptill.
Yeah, well, that'll relieve the New Zealand pressure just a little bit, because they're getting their runs in basically in wides. This is the first one that's gone flying off the bat.
It was a pretty good shot too. Guptill has waited for it.
Now he finds the gap. He's away. He's timed it nicely as well. Oh, that's 4. Now, Sean Marsh there has gone down about 10 metres short of the boundary. That's a bad sign. Collapsed in chasing that. That's a classic hamstring problem. 1 for 13 after 5. That's him there, number 9, chasing the ball, and all of a sudden he just stops in his tracks and grabs the left hamstring. I don't think that'll be a cramp, but more than likely some sort of tear in the hamstring. Is going straight off the field. Cameron White was the 12th man for Australia. He's come on. That will be the end of the night, I think, for Sean Marsh.
Yeah, it's interesting. He was going after it. It looked to me as if he was going along perfectly well, and then I thought he tripped. So Cameron White is the 12th man. He's got to come out and do his stuff.
Mitchell Johnson into the attack. A bit more pace. What a good start too. Right on the money.
He does bowl that straight delivery into the chest with such accuracy and such speed as well, and he gets it in the right spot. It's a ball that a lot of batsmen have had a lot of trouble with.
Interesting Ponting's tactics here, because Mitchell Johnson generally pushes the ball away from the right-handers. Now the breeze is not going to allow him to do that, but that may be deliberate on Ponting's part.
Oh, it's beautifully clipped away and all the way. Wonderful timing from Martin Guptill.
Oh, he can play, this guy. This is a magnificent shot. It was a pretty straight delivery, probably pitched on or just outside the leg stump, but relatively well pitched up, and he just kept going straight through it.
Just a gentle little turn of the wrists.
Well, that's close as well. The bounce will be the concern. He was half forward. Line looked good, but he was half forward, which always makes it tough, particularly here in Perth, to give LBWs.
Yeah, normally it would just pitch outside the leg stump, or it would just be missing off stump, unless it swings back. I think it might have nicked pad first. Sounded to me like a thuddy pad, then bat. Yeah, looks like pad, then bat.
Neck and neck, the Australians and the New Zealanders, just 1 wicket worse off, the Australians. That signals a bowling power play. Ricky Ponting has decided right now is the time to start 5 overs, where I am only allowed 3 men out of that ring, you can see. He's still got a catcher in place at first slip, doesn't need it. Doesn't need to have it, but he's got it. He is attacking. They need wickets. And the New Zealanders might be tempted to have a hit.
That instruction that you were talking about, Ian, with the leg side wide, I'd hope that instruction has come from a non-cricketer. You would hope that an ex-cricketer isn't giving that instruction, because it's, as you pointed out, it is a ridiculous instruction.
Well, it's obviously a non-cricketer. That's a whole committee have approved that law change and tightened it up so much so that a bowler now cannot bowl just outside leg stump. That's through. Inside edge onto the top of off.
Well, Bracken's been good again. This is his 5th over. He's only gone for 10, but it's the changes of pace. All of a sudden, the batsman's hurried a bit. It was the slower ball, the ball before, that he played easily, but Martin Guptill probably not used to this kind of quality. And it's changes of pace, touch of extra bounce there. Late on it, he has to go. 13 he made, New Zealand 2 for 25.
New Zealand needs something from Ross Taylor, because he's the type of player who can take charge. That's what they need at the moment.
He's been struck first up. Outside leg probably, in swinging down leg at the least.
Well, he was a bit nervous. He got the leg out of the way quickly. I guess, to be fair to him, first ball, you get hit on the pad and there's a big shout, you're always going to be a bit twitchy. But he got that leg out of there in a hurry. He certainly gets it a long way across. Ball pitching outside leg.
Oh, it scooped back almost to the right hand of Johnson. Fulton checks the bottom of his bat. Is that what hit the ball? Did it hit the ground up to the bat, or was it just pad?
Change of pace once again. Very nearly worked for Mitchell Johnson. Only just short.
That one's in the air, and it's grabbed. Mitchell Johnson stops his follow through and grabs a lefty.
Well, they've been changing pace a lot. I must say that the New Zealand batsmen have been hitting a lot of balls in the air in front of the wicket. Obviously, one of the reasons why Ponting's employed a number of fieldsmen in that position. Excellent grab there from Mitchell Johnson. He really is a fine athlete. It's 3 for 25.
And now Grant Elliott comes in to replace Peter Fulton, who spent 35 balls getting 7.
He doesn't look too happy in that shot, does he? Tell you what, we've just seen a fantastic catch. To do this in your follow through, heading to the right side of your screen, and to throw yourself back to your left side against all the momentum, all the natural movement of the body. That's a fabulous catch.
There's a man catching mid-off. A man at about 3rd slip for Hopes. That's better. Ross Taylor takes the bit between the teeth. Plays a lovely cover drive.
A huge sigh of relief through the New Zealand rooms there. Much more confident looking stroke. Just that extra bit of length from Hopes. Get the hands through the ball. Certainly be breathing a little bit easier, Ross Taylor.
It's a good shot. That'll take some stopping. And in fact, it'll only be stopped by the boundary. Just a bit of width by Mitchell Johnson on that occasion and put away.
Just too much width there. It's full in length, but it was the freedom that Taylor had to get his hands wide and through the ball.
We've just had drinks a moment ago, and great to see Paul Blocker-Wilson out in the middle. Probably the fourth umpire, I suppose, in this match. Played one test match for Australia, a number of one-dayers. Terrific bloke. Now umpiring first-class cricket in Australia. That's nicely turned away by Taylor. That'll be 4. Nice deflection.
He's just had some very positive intent here, Ross Taylor. Even those 2 deliveries at the start of this over where he let the ball go through to Haddon, just his body movement was positive. And they're just busy using the pace. Not trying to do anything spectacular with it, just allowing that tickle around the corner. But the intent is there, no doubt about it.
Goes over the top. Will it carry the third man? Johnson. Well, he got there, but in the end it went through his hands. Whoa, that could be a pivotal moment in the game.
That's why cricket's such a ridiculous game at times. He's taken one of the greatest catches you'll ever see of his own bowling. Now he's got in and made ground of this one and simply couldn't hang on to it.
That'll bring up the 50 for New Zealand in the 18th over. Good deflection from Elliott. Well, there's your comparisons. Australia were 4 for 54 after 19 overs earlier today. New Zealand 3 for 55. 2 men catching now. It's a shortish mid-wicket. Sean Tate. Well, that's 4. I think it'll be leg buys. Just not quite getting the line right at the moment, Sean Tate. He's looking to target the stumps. If he gets it wrong, races away to the boundary.
Oh no, another one's gone. Those short fielders are working this evening. Just a little chip to Michael Hussey. Grant Elliott has to go.
Yeah, good bowling, I think, by Hopes. Must have been a slow ball. Again, a soft dismissal, just a little cutter there, and look at it, a real lollipop catch. And Michael Hussey's not going to drop those.
8 for Elliott. It's 4 for 64. Now, Neil Broome is the new batsman. Gifted young cricketer. Played just 2 one-day internationals prior to this one. Made his debut against the West Indies. And he will have a pumping heart. Can you imagine? Coming in at the whacker, a full house. Australia gunning for him, swarming all over them now, suddenly beginning to believe in themselves again.
They've got to bowl and field brilliantly. They've got to be looking for wickets all the time. Direct hit. Brad Haddon thinks he's got a victim, but I'm not so convinced.
That was Neil Broome's off-the-mark stroke against Australia. It's one of the most dramatic moments he might ever be involved in.
Oof. Well, he's gone past by quite a long way.
Brad Haddon gets very overexcited. In fact, Broome was, I reckon, certainly made it because he quickly looked up and saw that the ricochet off the stumps might have given him another run, but Ross Taylor wasn't aware of that. Broome's okay. He has a couple to get going.
Back live. Little cut shot to the man this time.
He likes width, and the Aussies haven't given him that in about the last 5-8 overs, particularly since that last wicket.
Taylor's in trouble. Oh, it's a direct hit. Hussey loves it. So does Clark. Haddon's in the pile as well. Ross Taylor stands and waits.
Well, watching live, I like it as well. Oh, I think not. I think he's just got back there. The outstretched arm. He's made good ground. I think we'll see he's safe.
By Whisker, got safe.
That's a tight huddle the Aussies are in at the moment. It's going to have to break up very soon. Ross Taylor looked towards the dressing room soon after to get the okay from his men. The Australians are all looking at this screen. They're not going to be happy. They thought they had New Zealand's best player. 5 for 79 would have looked a lot better than the 4 for it stays.
Well, everyone's patting one another out there, but it wasn't all that good.
And the slip's almost needed to stop a 4 because third man have no chance.
Yeah, Sean Tate definitely looking for that Yorker, something sliding in, an LBW perhaps. He got the length right, a beautiful Yorker, but Broome was just able to just get the bat down in time. Fortunately for the Australians, a flying Michael Hussey, who had just walked into that position, couldn't get there. Talking to Mickey Arthur after that match on Friday night, they've got a tough selection ahead. They've got Ashwell Prince, the vice captain. He's ready and fit and able.
And that's beautifully leg glanced. Puts fine leg under pressure. Too much pressure.
And that's the risk. By searching for the Yorkers, for the bowls, the LBs, just straying a fraction, and it races away at the whacker.
A reconditioned ball has been offered by the umpires, and the players don't have any choice these days. It's after 34 overs, the ball is changed. Reconditioned ball, much whiter. Generally a little bit harder too, I reckon. James Hopes will bowl with it. That one probably doesn't look quite as white as the one we saw earlier today when they had a ball change in the Australian innings. The one that was used in the ball change looked much whiter than the one that was taken away from the New Zealanders. That one, not quite as good. There's umpire Bruce Oxenford. I think that shake of the head suggests that he doesn't think there was a great change between the old ball and the new one either. Bowled him! That's the wicket Australia needed. Just a couple of quiet overs. James Hopes bowled a beauty last over, put the pressure on the batsman, and now Michael Clark's got the wicket. Australia right back in the game.
Just a little quicker. Quite clever from Clark, flatter, and it really skids off the surface. Well. Well. Broome gone for 29, it's 5 for 106.
Well, we've got a bit of controversy here. New Zealand now 5 for 106. Neil Broome's the last man out. Just watch this replay. Where's Brad Haddin's gloves? Missed it there. Haddin's definitely got his gloves in front of the stumps. Now, whether the ball's hit the stumps or whether the gloves, I'm not really sure, but I don't think this should be out.
I don't think the ball's hit the stumps. I really don't think this bowled him. I think that's gone into the gloves, and it's the gloves that have broken that left-hand bail as you look. The off-stump bail broken by the gloves.
Well, I think it's irrelevant anyhow, because once the gloves are in front of the stumps, it's definitely not out. So whether it's hit the stump or not doesn't matter. He's taken the ball in front of the stumps. Can't be out.
So can the third umpire intervene? I mean, this is a complete one-off. Everybody assumes that's out bowled, not least the umpire at this end, Steve Buckner. If the third umpire sees that, can he intervene and say, hang on, that wasn't bowled?
Well, at the moment he can't.
Not anymore, he can't,
No.
because the game's gone way ahead. But I mean,
Look, I think the ball may have hit the stumps, but there's no doubt that Haddin's gloves have hit the bails or stumps as well, and I'm with Chappelli. I don't think he should be out, but I reckon this ball has hit the bail or the top of the stump, but there's no doubt there's gloves in there as well.
Well, I think certainly, I'm not sure that I ever did read it, but I knew the law that if the gloves are in front of the stumps, it can't be out. So that should be automatic, not out.
It's interesting looking at the batsman's response there too. He wasn't sure either, because normally when you bowl, you just walk straight off, but he actually hesitates momentarily. Kyle Mills is the new man. That's a big breakthrough and potentially a big moment in this game. 5 for 108. David Hussey's back into the attack. Full toss. Got what it deserved. Hammered away.
Well, that's the right way to handle a low full toss. Just with a slightly horizontal bat. Very difficult to hit those shots with a straight bat. Ross Taylor has given it the old heave-ho to the onside. Perfect way to deal with it.
Pushed down the ground for a single. James Hope's taken out of the attack after bowling such a good over. That surprises me a bit with a new batsman in. Oh, nice little deflection. Ross Taylor. Tate's got some work to do. He can't get there. Lovely shot. Just using the pace of Michael Clarke and a fraction of width.
that's a good way to play the whacker. It's much harder to work singles with this little bit of extra bounce and the skid. The ball really comes onto the bat. If you use the pace of it like that, you've got a good chance of a boundary. 40 now to Taylor.
New Zealand have asked for the batting power play, 53 or 48. Here's your money on heels.
Oh, don't tell me that. Don't ask me that at this stage, Greggy. You've got no idea.
Field placings being set by Ricky Ponting here. First of all, interestingly, we've seen Brad Haddin come straight up to the stumps, but donning the helmet. But we've got long on and long off in position, and the third man out on the right of screen there, right out in the a deep forward square leg. So a bit of protection straight, as you can see there, and the deep square leg. So he's going to have to be reasonably straight, I would have thought, Bracken, and certainly can't afford any width on that offside.
Or a little one on leg stump too, that a batsman can work past Brad Haddin or get inside, maybe get the wide and four byes. Oh, danger, danger. Haddin's under pressure.
Well, they don't have to be silly here in New Zealand. They can get ones as well, don't forget. They don't have to get fours. Oh, they're going for them, and that's an edge, and it'll go to the boundary for four. It's amazing what these batting power plays do. All of a sudden, they think they've got to smash fours.
Well, it's fantastic to try it because that's what Mills is in for. They've got plenty in the shed. But Nathan Bracken, I'd imagine, wasn't trying to give that much width. And the outside edge is better than something out of the middle.
Yeah, especially from round the wicket. You pitch it way outside off stump there. You're giving the batsman a really good look at it. Right. Here we go again. Ball 2, 4 off ball 1. Oh, great shot. Great shot through the covers for 4. Boy, that did bisect the fieldsman.
Well, he had a bit of length and width to work with the ball before, but Kyle Mills here has simply got inside the line from Bracken. It was full in pitch and has just eased it beautifully through the offside. And immediately this leads to a rethink from the Aussies. That's the first boundary of the over. A bit wide, a bit short, but this one right at the stumps stays leg side of it and it allows him to free his hands through the offside.
Now that was off middle stump probably. Nathan Bracken is in great discussion with Ricky Ponting now. He wants someone out there now. But Kyle Mills, I bet, could hit that same ball onto the leg side. He's practicing the shot now. He can hit something from middle stump over the leg where there's no protection now. There's no one outside the ring on the right of screen.
Yes, and he's bowling from round the wicket. It sort of lends itself to a flick on the onside. Well, there's the little flick all the way along the ground, just a single. This is turning out to be a tremendous over. Oh, he's hit that one hard. That's a big 6. That's a magnificent hit. Well, he's got underneath that and he's lofted it over the deep mid-wicket boundary. That's 50 to Ross Taylor. Very, very well played.
Power play or not, that is a maximum. That has gone well up the grass embankment there and brings up a great 50 for Ross Taylor off 83 balls. And these power plays, you just can't predict what's going to happen. The Australians couldn't get up the scoring when they had their batting power plays, but just got that length to get underneath it.
Oh, good shot again into the gap, and that'll go for 4 all the way along the ground. 11 runs off the over. New Zealand are finishing well. 5 for 152. Oh, that's well fielded. Very well fielded by Clark and very well backed up too by Bracken. A little bit of a niggle in the back there for Clark. So 25 off 31. So at the moment, with 5 wickets down, you'd have to say that New Zealand were favourites to win this. What Australia need to do is they need to get a wicket or 2. They need to get Taylor and Mills out, get 2 new batsmen in.
And surely they won't make it look this easy. 51 from 57. Kyle Mills has been a wonderful inclusion to the batting lineup.
Toss smashed through the gap for 4. Well, that got what it deserved. That was a full delivery outside off stump. Have a look at the New Zealand camp. They really are very happy. Well, 5 runs off 2 deliveries, 19 to get off 28. Oh, he's down. He's going to run. He still wants to run, but and now. Oh, yes, this is going to take a little bit of a walk. Some deep breaths there. No run scored though.
Late change of plan by Sean Tate. Sees Mills going to the leg side. Follows him. Risky, because if he misses him, it's a wide. Mills hasn't got a clue. He knows his partner will be looking for a run. He doesn't feel like running, but trying to do his best.
Oh, he's bowled him. That's the one they needed. They need wickets, Australia. It's not over yet. That's Kyle Mills, clean bowled by Tate for 26. A very useful 26 as well.
Very effective indeed, but just has he panicked a little bit? He's just opened the door for Australia. Tate, he got it where he needed to get it. Full, right, just about on the crease. Hits middle stump. The captain's happy. All the Aussies are happy. Not so Kyle Mills. A great contribution. 26 at 6 for 168.
Well, New Zealand are now 6 down for 168, and they've got a new batsman at the crease, and he handles pressure pretty well too. It's the New Zealand captain, Daniel Vettori. He's come out to face the music, and there will be some quite loud music out there, I can tell you as well, because they'll be after him. Into the block hole again, and they're going to take a single this time. There's a shy down the far end. The Aussies are backing up all over the place. Oh, and there's an idiot on the ground. Well, it went right into the air. He ran right into the area the ball was heading as well. Well, New Zealand have got themselves a single. I think they're always going to get that single. I don't think the idiot really upset play in so much as that's the dismissal again. Right up in the block hole, out. And it's a good delivery too, wasn't it?
I think definitely the pace of Tate is just pushing Mills further and further off the wicket there to Hopes or Bracken. He had the ability to get inside and hold his line a little bit, but Ricky Ponting very happy there. All the Aussies coming in. They're still alive.
There is a frenzy on every single.
Right. So Taylor on strike on 64. He's the one who could win it for them. Will he take a chance and go over the top? Fieldsman in trying to save one here. Oh, and that's hit him. He's taken evasive action, so he'll get himself a leg by. He was trying to get out of the way. So 3 runs and a wicket. That's well bowled. 6 for 170. Oh, he's got him. What a catch. What a magnificent catch. Well, now that does make a difference. Beautifully taken at backward point. Michael Clarke going there. Full to his left. And a very good innings by Ross Taylor comes to an end.
Well, they've needed something or someone to lift them, inspire them tonight, Australia. That may well be it. They're not home yet, but certainly Bracken getting it in the right areas, bowling to the field, well supported by Michael Clarke. Ross Taylor, 64 off 97, 7 for 170.
Southey is the new batsman. He's capable of hitting big sixes, we know that. Can he do it under the sort of pressure that he's under now? He hasn't played much one-day international cricket. 12 or 15.
Well, Ross Taylor did well to hit that ball so hard to Michael Clarke. It was fired in, following his footwork. He walked across the stumps. Last over we saw Tate follow Kyle Mills the ball before he got out. That time Taylor walked across his stumps. Bracken followed him as well, and he sliced it to Clarke. Everything came off for the Australians.
Just that little bit of cut there from Bracken, getting the ball out of the middle of the bat. Oh boy, he enjoyed that too, didn't he? He knows exactly how much Australia needed that wicket. 12 to get off 15 deliveries. Taylor out.
3 men up in the circle on the offside.
Oh, and that was pretty close. Ponting, there's a misfield. Now there's going to be a run out. Oh, no, he's got him in. He's got in. He's got in. Not out. Well, he's going to refer it just to make sure. That was a real comedy of errors. But I think he got home at the end of the day.
He's still on his haunches. Tim Southey at the other end's got no idea. Is the bat on the ground? He's put it on the spine and there's nothing grounded over the white line. It's just what New Zealand don't want. But it's a typical of this match.
Well, now that fieldsman's in the way there, so we can't see that angle. This angle's the one. Does he? Is the bail's not off yet? The bail off there? I don't think so. Not quite.
Yes.
Next frame. There, it's definitely off. Now, this is a very, very close call. Very close call. Look at Ponting looking at the bat. Now then, the bail has got to be totally off. Both ends of the bail have got to be off. Well, my call is benefit of the doubt to the batsman. Let's see. Or is it off? Is it off totally?
It's off. Both ends of the bail have to be dislodged. That's it. Doesn't have to be totally up in the air. Oh, that dislodges quick.
Yes, that tells the story. You're right. That's out. Oh, not out.
Well, they were due something their way tonight, weren't they, with the bat, the Kiwis? They've had a couple go against them and perhaps lucky to get away with that one.
Yes, it's that last replay, actually, that showed the bails coming, or really both ends of them being dislodged. Anyhow, in the air and wide of the fieldsman. They'll get 2. Oh, there's a very good chance of a run out here, I can tell you.
It feels like Southey's about 10 not out already. Vittori's been out of his crease, back into it. The run out's been given not out. Southey's up and back, and then mistimed that one for 2. And they still need 10 from 13.
The shy at the stumps, that would have been close. Most likely be out. The fumble, never run on the misfield. They tried to, sent back.
Slow ball, and there's a fumble there. Oh, that's a bad fumble. 3 runs and a wicket off that over. Bracken on his way in. Oh, bowling! That's a great delivery. A magnificent delivery. Pitch just outside leg stump, and it's hit middle and leg. And that now makes it 8 down. 4 runs to get, or 4 deliveries.
We've seen a couple of instances of sporting courage. Have a look at that. A floated, slower ball. He drew the shot from Southey. Nathan Bracken's picked up Ross Taylor. Now Tim Southey. Beautiful bowling. Southey's still got his eyes closed. 8 for 178.
Jitan Patel has already arrived at the centre. And he's got to face the music now.
Oh, Bracken, he's the go-to man for Ponting in tight situations. He just got it right. Gutsy bowling, as you say, Heels. Fired up the Aussies. Southey knows perhaps a bit of inexperience coming in there, but trying to end it in one foul swoop didn't pay off.
Now do you try to read their minds? Daniel Vittori's spoken to Jitan Patel. Follow that up. What do you expect he's probably going to try and do? My expectations are he'll drop and run. He'll look for a single and get Vittori on strike. So Ricky Ponting, does he read into that and get his fielders in?
Well, they're talking about it, that's for sure. And I agree with you. I think they've got to run no matter what. No matter what, they've got to run. Run to the keeper, I would.
Australia do need a couple of fielders, and we're seeing it now. We've got Ponting in at a shortish cover. We've got Cameron White right of screen there in at a shortish mid-wicket. They've got to get in and try and cut off that easy single.
And then take the bowler stumps.
Well, they're running. Here goes the throw. Wide of the stumps. No one there. No one over the stumps. And so they get the single they wanted. 3 of 3 to win the game.
It would have been a hell of a catch by Cameron White. That throw by Michael Clark. He let loose. And White's on the right of screen. He's got to now get to the bowler's end. He tries as hard as he can. Clark lets it go, and he bails out.
It's fielding drill, fielding practice drills there, but you're right, the pace with which Michael Clark threw that, obviously in for the glory throw, which often he produces for Australia, but it stays at 3 off 3, a runner ball.
All right, so what's Ponting going to do here? He's bringing mid on up. Now then, on strike is the New Zealand captain, Daniel Vittori. He's got Bracken bowling over the wicket to him. Will he try and flick one away fine on the leg side?
Well, would Australia take a tie after posting just 181?
No, they wouldn't take it. No, they want to win. Here we go. Well, that's well played. Straight out to mid-wicket. They'll get 1. Right, 2 runs needed off 2 balls. There's never been a tie between these two sides in one-day international cricket. So that's it. All the 2s. 2 wickets in hand. 2 runs to win, New Zealand, and 2 balls remaining.
They did outlaw the underarm, didn't they?
Oh, I'm surprised that you're even thinking along those lines.
I don't think we'll need it. I think Nathan Bracken has been tremendous in this over. He's been fantastic all night. 3 for 33 for Bracken from 9.4. The Aussies have had a little bit of trouble executing exactly what they wanted, be it Yorkers, be it the right line and length of their bumpers. But Bracken in this little over here, this little spell, fantastic.
He needs a dot. Patel needs a little edge past the keeper. O'Brien needs a rest.
They've just got to get one here to secure the point, and then the last ball they can win the match. Here we go. They're going. They've got through. Right, so New Zealand now can't lose, but they can win if they get one off the last ball. Right, so that was sensible cricket, just opening the face of the bat there, and the non-striker was out of the traps in a flash. Now, what does the wicketkeeper do here? Does he stay back? Does he come up?
I think he has to stand as close as he can for comfort. He's got to be close enough so the run option by the play and miss, if they play and miss and they want to try and run and sneak it by, he's got to be close enough to be quick enough. Someone should be at the bowler's stumps. The bowler should get out of the way in case Haddon has got to throw to the non-striker's end.
Just seen Jeetan Patel. He's got the runner come out. He's taken off his helmet. He's taken off. No, his other glove is sitting out there. Thrown his arm guard, was it? And his helmet. Streamline. He's getting as light as possible to run as fast as he can.
Look, I think Haddon's doing the right thing coming out here, because now you've got one side covered. At least one stump. There's someone over one stump. So all you've got to do is get the ball to him for the run out, because they're gonna be heading off no matter what here. They've got to get close. Everyone's got to get pretty close. Yeah, but Bracken's going to bowl this one up and dead straight, and they're going to run no matter what.
Look at them all. This is like the tie test.
Oh, they've got it away for four. Away for four. Slightly over pitched it was. Perhaps 2 inches over pitch. Made it into a full toss. And Vittori has flayed it through the offside for 4. And have a look at the celebration there in the New Zealand rooms. Ricky Ponting will be so frustrated with this. So near, yet so far.
Well, it's his favourite scoring area. Dan Vittori, front foot, back foot, through that backward point area, and he just allowed himself a bit of room, sliced it through backward of point for 4, and a very pleased New Zealand skipper. And so he should be a good performance, particularly with the ball in the field. A few little shudders with the bat, but a cool head from the skipper gets the Kiwis home.
Cool head all day. 10 overs for 22 runs, Daniel Vittori. And then he's at the crease, 10 from 9 balls, right when they needed it. He just got a full toss. Bracken was 3 inches from the Yorker. That would be impossible to squirt like that. Vittori very aware and very onto it. 1-0.
That's what it means. That's what it means to the Kiwis. First game of the Commonwealth Bank Series, the Chapel Hadley Series. New Zealand go 1-0 up.
Well, I think we've got a really good series on our hands here, especially now that they've won this first one. So there it is. That's the summary of the game. The Australians winning the toss, batting first and getting 181. They were in all sorts of trouble early on. Some good batting late in the innings, 181. And New Zealand then 8 for 185. They win by 2 wickets off the very last ball.
It's been quite a show by New Zealand. They managed to nearly throw this game away. They've come back, they've saved it. It sets us up nicely for the rest of the series. But before that, we've got the AB medal. That's on Tuesday night. That'll be from Crown. We've got all sorts of people down there. All the big names of cricket will be part of that evening. And of course, there'll be a new Hall of Famer. There'll be a new Allen Border medalist. So we're looking forward to the Crown Palladium on Tuesday night. And then still in Melbourne on Friday night, the second of these matches in the Commonwealth Bank Chapel Hadley Series, Australia and New Zealand. That's a day-nighter down at Melbourne. New Zealand have got off to a fine start. The rest of us, well, we're sweating and our hearts are pumping because it was here a nail-biter. Good night.